Jordan is very sax. Enrique Chambers, tenor sax. Israel Abarca, trumpet. Trombone. Thank you very much. So, welcome to our concert, Half Cool, Half Blues, co-starring the children of the aisle, ladies and gentlemen, which of course you can't see on television, but I'll tell you all about it. Our first number, though, was called Little Blues, Please, by one of our favorite arrangers and composers, Sammy Nestico. And now, without further ado, I will tell you, War of the Worlds style, what transpired during the first piece and what's going to transpire in the second piece. So, my children are here. They make up about half the audience. And then they're rolling around, and we have 12 feet of space, you see, in front of the stage. It should have really been a pit. My son is now attempting to climb the ramparts, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's a horrific scene. It's terrible. The aliens are coming down. And some don't even want to hear this nor want to. So, our second selection is actually a surprise for my rambunctious children. Come on, get down off there, son. You'll have your chance one day. So, my kids lately have been watching a lot of the Pink Panther. And I thought, well, for crying out loud, you know, they have jazz arrangements of that. It is a jazz band basically that plays it, right? Henry Mancini. And so, kids, go back and sit down right now while I play for you. And only parents know. If you're not a parent, I'm sorry. You just don't get the chance. And you will now, though, hear the Pink Panther. So kids, especially mine, this tune will be recognizable. Come dance if you want to, but not on the stage. All right. And as a special added extra bonus, guess who's playing the vibraphone up here? It's not my son. Oh, it's him down there. Yeah. No, it's going to be me. I'm selfish. I am going to play the vibraphone. But you know why? Because I know how the tune goes, actually. You have, whoa, another child from the gallery, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. I know who that child is, too.
That's my boy.
That's Scott's boy, ladies and gentlemen. There'll be one day that all these kids will be up here playing. It'll be kind of fun. Actually, father-son, father-daughter jazz band, you know. I was talking earlier about my mentor, who you didn't really know he was my mentor for jazz stuff, but his name is Rick Goward, and he directed for a long time at the Henry Ford Community College jazz band in Dearborn, Michigan. And some of my colleagues from high school, who, by the way, were monster players, they used to play with that group, kind of like lifers. And they would be on the public access in Dearborn, Michigan, where I'm from. And it's like, wow, that's awesome. And I was talking to some of the members of the band today, in some ways, we're developing that right here. And I want them all to be superstars. I want them to be music majors they want to be. But if they're not, and if they're still around in 5, 10, 20, 30 years, they'll be here. It was like silence. Come on, it's a good thing! There we go, thank you. That was my wife. So, without further ado, here is the Pink Panther, written by Henry Mancini, arranged by Paul Murtha in this case. Enrique Chambers is playing one solo, and I am playing another. Here we go. 1, 2, 1. Yes, and now it's just like at church, right? You know, you go on Sunday and it's Children's Corner. Children come to Jesus. And now it's time for the kids to go. So, without further ado, the Suarez family is out the door. See ya. Bye-bye. Have fun. They're going to McDonald's. That's their church tonight. Right, bye-bye. No, off the stage. Go on. Get. That's my son, by the way. And there's the enforcer right there, the older stepbrother. All right, out. There you go. Adios. See you later. Be good. If you're not good, you're not getting a french fry. Bye. Love you. All right, now the concert can get really serious, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, yes. Our next selection is a tune by a well-known educator composer, Lenny Niehaus. And we haven't done a lot of Niehaus with this group for whatever reason. I did play a lot of it in high school, I just don't know why I haven't programmed it. But we do have a selection tonight. Now, is this blues? Is this cool? You might be asking yourself, keeping track at home. In some ways, Niehaus is a little closer to cool than blues, but still, it's good stuff. And our tune here, absolutely awesome. We played it on the Collage concert, back about a month ago. And we refined it a little bit. And here it is, absolutely awesome. And I should mention who we're featuring for solos. Give me 1 second here to readjust what I am doing exactly. Dead time I know is bad in entertainment, but just the way it goes. So, it's going to feature Enrique Chambers on lead tenor sax, David Wiemeister on third trombone, but look what he's playing. Look at that big, giant, curly thing back there. That's a French horn, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed. And then Scott Jornez once again on bass sax, and then Pete Peterson will round it out on lead trombone. So, originally this concert was going to be all cool jazz. And indeed, I've enjoyed cool styles. So you think of Birth of the Cool with Miles Davis, right, from 1949. And now I'm mixing up my history here. I am winging it a bit. I think that Jerry Mulligan was involved a little bit in those sessions, but not entirely. I'm not being sarcastic either. I honestly forget. But Jerry Mulligan is known as being the very sax player of his time. You know, so this is the 1950s basically. And he composed music too. And so I had half the concert laid out, and I decided, we better do some other tunes as well. Nonetheless, we have Walkin' Shoes here by Jerry Mulligan. We have another piece that's also a Mulligan piece later on featuring Scott Joynes. But first up, Walking Shoes by Jerry Mulligan. Ah yes, and this will feature, let me turn to the right page here. Israel Abarca on trumpet, and that's it. But Enrique Chambers, sorry, on tenor sax, yeah, and that's not it. And speaking of the saxes, let's introduce him now. Enrique Chambers on lead tenor. You've heard him all evening. Indeed, then Zach Gurney on second alto saxophone. Melissa Biggin on first alto sax. Sarah Hemmerly on second tenor sax. And then Scott Joynes on bass sax. So here it is, Walkin' Shoe. Thank you very much. All right, next up in our concert here is Basin Street Blues. An oldie, but a goodie. And that's what I decided. I was talking about, well, I'm making an all-cool concert. I said, forget about it. Let's do some blues. Hi there, how are you? See, you always want to encourage your young folks, because they'll be the players in your band in 20 years. It'll happen. You'll see. It's like magic. I've already been here 17 years. Let's see, Melissa was in the youth orchestra a long time ago. Yeah, let's see who else. That's it. There are other alumni. That's the other thing, too, about this band. This band, believe it or not, and the other groups on campus, the other musical groups, it's one of the largest, if not the largest, conduits for alumni. People who have been here and are still coming here. There really aren't any other functions on this campus that feature alumni from this campus. So it's a great avenue for that. Basin Street Blues. This version is arranged by Michael Sweeney. We've done a few of his tunes over the years. And this is going to feature the usual suspects. Enrique on tenor, Dave on horn, Scott on bari sax, and Pete on trombone. So here we go. Basin Street Blues. All right, straight, no chase. Actually, this one features just alto saxophone, Melissa Biggin, on lead alto, her one solo of the night. Go get it, Melissa. Here we go. Our next selection indeed features Scott Jornes on the baritone saxophone. It's another Jerry Mulligan tune, Out Back of the Barn. He's got himself ready, so we're not going to wait any longer. Here we go. 1, 2. Great job, sir. All right, so there goes the program. I don't need it. Our evening floats along. Speaking of floating. And we ain't got no place to go. That's our next tune. And we're not in a hurry to get there. We are in a hurry to get there. Yeah, fair enough. This is a quicker tune by Andy Clark. And indeed, this is going to feature some folks. Yes, we're going to feature Steve Laird on bass trombone, Scott Jordan once again, bass sax, and Dave D. Meister on the third bone horn. With scissors right now, everybody. So here we go. Running with scissors. So we have arrived at the end of our concert, my friends. You've endured the long journey. We've lost some people along the way, but you have made it, the final island of jazz. And to treat you, we are ending with, who arranged this? Yes, Paul Clark. We're ending with a Paul Clark arrangement of Scarborough Fair. Now, you've all heard Scarborough Fair, right? Are you going to Scarborough Fair? Parsley, snips, etc. This one's different, as you're going to hear. It starts out like that. I'm not going to ruin the surprise. Yes, thank you. I'm here all week. So, thanks for coming. We do have donation boxes. Please consider donating if you're so inclined. Our next concert is actually tomorrow night. We have the youth orchestra and the choir, and Riley Parkhurst is conducting a couple of numbers. He's a student here. It should be a great time. And then on December 12th, we have our annual holiday concert, so please come out to that. Thanks for coming. Here it is, Scarborough Fair. Thank you. Thank you very much. See you next time.